Anyway, one of the items I put in there once, I said, if anybody knows anybody who was all-league for Delano in the 1970s, please notify me. Well, Clyde Barbour Jr. one day he called me and says, I was all-league football. Oh, so I looked back in the records, and then I found Clyde's name, and then also Junior Rodriguez. So Junior, if Clyde hadn't called, sorry about that, you wouldn't have made it, because I found out from him about you too. So Clyde and Junior were all-league on the same football team. So Clyde had his write-ups in there in detail, so it talks about it. It says in '77 he played football. For Delano was all-league end, and he said not a lot of people ran around his end because they didn't want to run into him because of his success. He also competed in wrestling and track, received the Block D Blanket Award, and the Varsity D Society member. I don't even think Varsity D Society exists anymore. They don't even know what that is at school anymore. All they know is where the laptops are in the cart. That's about it. Okay, so Clyde, could you come up now? And by the way, the years we put on here are not the years you played. Like if you're a football player and you're playing in the fall of '77, we're putting you down for 1978, so we decided that we put down the graduation year for everybody, not the year you participated in a certain sport. So Clyde, I remember when your dad lived right across from the high school bus transportation department, and you still work out of there, I think. He'll tell you more than I know. I don't know anything.
Good evening. They all ask us to write something about ourselves, and luckily we sent it in, and it's in the pamphlet, so I don't have to read it. So there's a couple things I'd like to say, though. Thank you, son, for being here. He gave me a granddaughter. My proudest memory is of my dad. He's not with us anymore, and I wish he was here today to see this. He never missed a football game in 4 years, and I apologize, but it wasn't always convenient for him to be there, but we had a bond, and I'll never forget that. There was a few coaches that helped me be the player that I was, and if you all will remember Coach Akala, Coach Deloy, Coach Hyatt, and who can never forget Coach Beck. They helped me be the player I wanted to be. So, thank you.
Junior, where were you? I can't remember. Junior Rodriguez, where he is. He's coming up here. A defensive back. Well, we kept bugging people to find out how to contact Junior, and Albino Duran, the athletic director, he contacted Mark Rodriguez, who used to be a Delano coach and now is in adult education, and he says, yeah, I think we're related to him. So, you know how that relationship is. Everybody's related, but they don't know it. Junior's going to fill us in on his time as an athlete and a student at Delano High School.
Thank you, Mr. Bell, very much. Wow, what a day. So many familiar faces we haven't seen in so many years. Very nice, very nice. To the committee, thank you for all your hard work. What a beautiful day. Appreciate the nomination. That's very, very nice deal. You know, I'm a member of the 78 varsity team that took the league champ. One of my better moments, though, was in '77. We had to end up going to Mount Whitney, ranked number 2 at the time, big boys. And Coach Beck rode us hard first couple of weeks. He says, you're going to play a team that you'll find out what you guys are made of, but you guys are prepared, you guys do fine. We had to play in 100-degree heat in the afternoon. Their lights weren't working. but they didn't want to leave the home field advantage. So we went there, and we played it. We took that number 2 team and handed them a 32-8 loss. Brought them down on the rankings, and of course, Delano's rankings went up. That was very awesome. Still sticks with me today. And some of the hits that I took still hit. I tell you, I've had a lot of memories at DHS and over the years. Tonight's will also stay with me. To my wife Esther, my sister Dora, my nephew Ed and his wife, thanks for being here. Thank you all so much.